the number of female participants has been drastically low for whatever reason we cannot explain. But the president may be to revive that category before the end of the year or the first quarter of next year. We are looking forward to having the first national female chess tournament. So with that, we can start from there, because it's usually when you have maybe about 20 participants and you are giving them as much as what you are giving the male category. I think it's really unfair, because in the male category, it's only the feeding section. It's going to be a tug of war. In the open category too, we have a pool of over 200 players compared to when you have just like 20. But we hope that this year there will be an improvement, because this prize list too is an encouragement. Then in total, I think we are looking forward to like between 500 to 600 players drawn from all states of the Federation.
Welcome to the Channels TV app for the Nokia Lumia phone.
Welcome back. It's Still Sports this morning on your award-winning station, Channels Television. Let's get you talking now, and let's try to see what's happening in the world of chess on the show today. And we have in the studios with us, who joins us live, talking about the president of the Nigeria Chess Federation, Mr. Lekan Adeyemi, who joins us now to take us through what's happening in the world of chess. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Right. Yeah. So let's start by looking at the sport generally, chess. You're the president of the Nigeria Chess Federation. In terms of development, particularly from the grassroots, up to the national level, what's the federation? Well, what has the federation been doing?
Yeah, well, thank you very much. Before I answer your question, I would like to share briefly my experience with you, Nigerians, on my way to the studio this morning.
Oh.
I was stopped by officers of Nigerian policemen at Ojota this morning, and they searched my vehicle, they asked for papers, everything was correct, and I told them I was going for an interview at 9 o'clock, that I was in a hurry. Immediately I heard I was in a hurry, they started reading my diary, reading my page by page. I said, what are you looking for in my diary? And they were delaying, and I told them, I said, I'm in a hurry, I have to attend an interview. They said that if I'm in a hurry, I know what to do, I want to leave quickly. It is very appalling. I don't think things like this should still be happening in Nigeria. I think we still have a long way to go. I decided to mention this now, so that Nigerians will hear.
We apologize. We apologize.
Go back to chess.
Yes, back to chess now. Okay. I'm happy to be here. And chess is a wonderful sport. I cannot begin to enumerate the innumerable benefits that are inherent in the playing and the learning and practice of chess. But chess can do a lot of things to us. Since the administration came in 2013, we have done a lot, quite a lot. Before then, we have only 28 thereabout players, federated players in Nigeria. As we speak now, we have around 50. That is one indices of development in Nigerian chess. Also, the number of tournaments have drastically increased from 2 in a year to about now. We have done about 14, and we are going to 30.
Okay.
Every weekend between now and December 31st, we have tournaments. In fact, on some weeks, we have 2 tournaments, 3 tournaments in 2 weeks. So I think that is also development.
Yeah, to buttress your point, I checked your 2015 calendar, and I was tempted to wonder, is that how your year always is, or 2015 is just a magical year?
Well, development is a process. We started last year. When I became president, before I became president, we had only 2 tournaments in a year.
Okay.
Yeah, in 2013, we tried to increase to 4. In 2014, 12. Now we are going to 30.
Wow.
That's really huge.
Huge.
Now,
really
you talked about from 28 federated players, now you now have 150.
Over 150.
Now, how active are these players?
I'm talking about active players.
On the world scene.
I'm talking about active players.
I'm talking about
in terms of world rankings.
Oh, yeah. We have taken part in various international tournaments this year. Earlier in the year, we went to Togo for the African Zone 4.4 Championship. We won. For the first time, a Nigerian qualified to represent Nigeria at the World Cup, World Chess Cup in Baku, in the name of Olada Kwadu. I think he came here in the studios some time ago. So that's one. Secondly, he went to the World Cup in October. Also, Bumi Olape went to represent Nigeria at the Millionaires Chess Championship in Las Vegas, in the US, and they all did well. The Nigerians we have been doing well in an international scene. At the last Olympiad in the Olympiad in Turkey in 2012, an orator player from Nigeria defeated the Grandmaster. And if you know what it is to be Grandmaster in chess, we don't have it. So it's like Nigerians are naturally talented. Okay. We have a natural resource. Yeah. And at the federation level, what we are trying to do is to explore that talent and to develop it and make sure that we also are able to compete with those Grandmasters with those titles, those nomenclature.
You know, in some of the pictures that we showed, you saw some young kids playing chess. And I'm beginning to wonder how are you able to ensure that, you know, education and, you know, chess can go. Are you planning to work with maybe, you know, schools, you know, or the sports, the education ministry or something to find a way to inculcate, because the problem with chess and some of this, they are seen like relaxation sports. And so people don't really want to go into it, but, you know, it can be something you
like
can see
someone would ask you, I mean, can I make something out of chess? Can I make a living?
How
Can I make
rewarding is
the
it?
mega bucks out of, you know, playing chess?
How can you blend the two?
Okay. I'll talk briefly about chess. Chess is a sport that develops one's calculative ability.
Yes.
Your analytical ability, your level of concentration, pattern recognition, even decision making. Like I always say, when you make a move on a chessboard, every move you make on a chessboard, you are solving a problem. And if you develop a chess player, that means you are developing a problem solver. So we have various problems confronting us as a nation, as a people. So developing a chess player, you're actually developing manpower for the nation.
Okay.
So chess also has been researches have shown that chess improves children's grades, particularly in logic, mathematics, and even English. So we are introducing, there's a program called Mini Chess, designed in South Africa. It's being used all over the world, and we are trying to introduce it in Nigeria as chess, not as a sport now, but chess as an educational tool.
Okay.
To improve the educational standards of our children in Nigeria.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah. Now, Femi Sola actually talked about the fact that, you know, we don't have more female actually, you know, taking part, you know, in the tournament, playing in the tournament most times, especially talking about the International Open Championship. Now, next year, you guys are trying to come up with, you know, all female chess championship. Yeah. How is that going to come about?
Yeah, actually, we are supposed to be having a national female chess championship. But you see, there's a peculiarity about the sport called chess. It is not physically exerting.
Yes.
So it is mentally exerting. And there's no, I don't know whether it is, there are studies to show that the male